interesting.
On today's show, it's camping winter style.
Not really sure what I'm doing, but
Tag along with this group of beginners who are learning the ropes right in the field.
About a half a cup.
Half a cup.
Yep.
Next, in the spirit of winter camping, it's a wild in the outdoor kitchen. A little wild rice, a little grouse, and of course, a campfire.
Okay.
And our Minnesota Bound Classic this week looks back at a New Year's adventure. Cold temps don't put a damper in the New Year trout fishing party at this camp. Those stories and more coming up next on Minnesota Bound.
Minnesota Bound. Brought to you by Minnesota's select GMC dealers.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. You know what? Ron is off at a faraway tropical destination, which sort of makes sense considering my assignment this week. More and more people are trying out Minnesota's most niche winter sport. Winter camping takes a gear sled, a very warm sleeping bag, and a big-time sense of adventure. But you know what? You don't have to travel very far to truly get away.
On move-in day,
We're getting excited.
we pack up to move out. Let me explain. See, I like to winter camp.
So these are both 0-degree bags.
Turns out a few friends have the same strange hankering too. But just one problem.
Yeah, don't be jealous of this.
They don't really have the right gear nor the experience. Today, we hope to change all that. A quick winter camp adventure close to home.
Thank you.
Literally, just down the road.
The last of the team. Just kidding. It's not that heavy.
We want to hike Parley Lake,
How you feeling?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
the perfect spot to test first-timers' winter grit.
I've been wanting to go on a winter camping trip for a couple years and had a tough time finding people that would want to go.
Slowly, we work our way across the tiny frozen tundra.
A nice mile hike in, so you feel like you earn it. Being over 40, I think that this is just fine, you know?
That's the end of civilization right there. Once we get past, we're out there.
Even though it's 15, 20 minutes from home, you're out there.
We stop on the lake's quiet corner, right up against Carver Park's undeveloped shoreline.
So it feels like you're in a quiet, remote area.
Here, winter camp's first task, proper shelter. Or, in this case, proper polar protection in the form of home-built snow caves. Winter campers call them quinzies. With the challenge. Seems warm weather made much of our snow disappear. So shoveling takes teamwork. Lots of it. Such are the hurdles in camp.
We're getting there. Don't give up.
I think it's gonna be good. It'll keep me warm.
And I was kind of excited to build a snow fort, but we didn't really have enough snow for that. So I did the next best thing.
So Greg Huff decides to wing it.
I think I'm just gonna rough it right under here.
Same story for Aaron Woodburn.
Build a little bit of a wind block.
You're too smart to shovel.
This little piggy built this house out of sticks. Eagle Scout stuff. We did a lot of winter camping and wilderness survival, so I haven't really flexed these muscles for since I was 16, 17, so it's kind of fun.
This should be interesting.
Not really sure what I'm doing, but we're gonna go for it.
think everyone's a little nervous about snow caves right now, but they'll get them settled in, and they're gonna love it.
Jeez, I'm already in.
Tonight, cold temps will test us, even if we are just 10 minutes from home.
It's the experience. I mean, it's 20 degrees is 20 degrees no matter where it is, so it's winter camping. But it's nice that you have a place to go if something happens.
Next up, these winter campers learn about cold temps, ice, and yes, a little bit of grit.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Minnesota's select GMC dealers, Ice Force, Connecticut, and by Evinrude, the official outboard motor of Minnesota Bound.
With our snowy camp set, it's time to see if first-time winter campers have what it takes to brave a cold night on the ice.
Sweat equity turns to ice in cold winter camp.
It just occurred to me that I'm going to be building the fire with the same thing that I built my hut out of.
One match, Bill.
With wood split and fire crackling, 4 campers settle into their first winter spread. First-time Quincy builders Adam Hunsley and Nick Lisi dig into their projects. Big piles of snow that slowly become cocoons. One cold scoop at a time.
Nice work, Nick. Oh, that's cute. That's a good start. My kids would like that. That's a nice fort.
That's a good spot to watch. This is how you do it, Adam.
And I thought Nick had a decent Quincy. I looked at mine, it was pretty much a mansion. Clearly, I won the Quincy off.
With the heavy lifting complete,
A little perch.
campers take a break on ice.
15 minutes from home. And come and do this. It's pretty cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, just a little one.
I blow off steam over the dinner stove.
Tonight we're gonna do blueberry salads before dinner, a little thing I like when I winter camp. And then we're doing cheese tortellini and a creamy steak sauce.
You know, from ice fishing to setting up camp to getting dinner ready, you're always busy. You're always doing something.
And here's the thing.
Is Adam already whining because he's cold?
Camping so close to home, we actually stay connected.
I miss my family, but you know, one thing nice about Metro camping is that you still do have access to them. You know, so I was texting my wife a little bit, let her know we're okay.
Oh, we're better than okay. Tonight, all seems perfect.
This is the tricky thing about winter hammocks, right? Yeah.
As we slowly retire to the night. Completely content and so alone. Come sunup, everyone wakes up,
The hammock was cushy.
which is a big deal. Don't forget, all these guys have never slept out in real cold.
I was beyond comfortable. I mean, I was so pleasantly surprised.
I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be. You know, crawling into a snow cave.
Very surprising how warm it was and quiet.
Winter campers so alive, even in the dead of winter.
It was just as much fun as camping in, you know, a 75-degree day in the summer.
I'll do it again. For sure I will. Longer, deeper.
I guess that was for me, kind of the challenge that I was looking for.
Proof that you can get away, even right in town.
Definitely something that I will, keep doing.
Welcome to winter camp. You know, hauling stuff into remote spots during the winter means weight on your back and in your pulk sled. Being compact and being light is everything in this game. Believe it or not, this is pretty much all the food we have for 3 guys for 3 days, and it's a ton of food. This was like half a cart in the grocery store, but my wife helps me break stuff down, get it out of boxes, sort it into individual meals, and check it out. This is how I pack it. There you go, 1 bag, lunch for 5 guys. See how compact that is? Plus, not a lot of waste. That box, we can actually kind of use that to get our fire going if we need to. We've got crackers, look at that. We've got meat, gorp, even a little bit of dessert. Do a little bit of planning, pack, get your stuff compact, and winter camping can be a lot of fun.
Now, how long do these cook each side?
Coming up, the perfect Minnesota recipe for a wintertime outdoor fire.
So good.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Borderview Lodge.
Up next, Laura, Shara, and Chef Jim are getting wild in the kitchen with a twist. They're outside cooking over the campfire.
It's all about cold temperatures and hot coals as we're getting wild in the outdoor kitchen today. And I'm here with Chef Jim Kimberg from Firelight Grill House and Cocktail Bar. And Chef Jim, what's on the menu?
We're going to be doing a creamy wild rice risotto with some grilled grouse breast today.
That sounds delicious.
It is.
This is perfect for winter camping.
Yeah, perfect, exactly.
Awesome. So what are the steps to get started?
So we've got the coals going, that's crucial, and we've got a pan that's preheated, and we're going to get that risotto rolling. So this is going to go quick.
All right, and our coals have been heating for how long?
About an hour.
About an hour, people. Give it time. Okay, our first step is olive oil in the hot pan.
About a tablespoon, nice
About
splash.
a tablespoon.
Yep. I'm going to throw those minced shallots and garlic right in there.
Perfect.
You just want to let those kind of warm up and do their thing. So that's going to give it a nice depth of flavor if you want to throw in that wild rice.
Okay, so the whole container here?
Do it. All right, nice sizzle going on there. Risottos are a little creamy, so we want to put some poultry stock in there. If you want to grab that stock for me.
Okay, we're just using chicken stock.
All right, just dump it in there.
All of it?
About a cup, generous cup. A little more.
A little more.
Perfect.
There we go.
So we're going to create a little herbal accent. So this is fresh rosemary.
Smells delicious.
Exactly. And we're just going to take our fingers and just kind of pull it right off the stem.
A little bit goes a long way with rosemary. Just a tiny bit. There we go.
And then last but not least, we've got some roasted root vegetables. Stir those in. And just a touch of cream, because risottos are creamy. About a half a cup.
Half a cup.
Yep. Risottos have to be creamy.
Now, how long does this have to cook over the fire?
This is about 10 minutes simmering, as long as we've par-cooked our rice and our root vegetables. Just enough time to cook our grouse breast. So we are ready for the grouse breast.
Now, I noticed you pre-marinated these.
I did.
Which is smart, first of all. Always pre-marinate the poultry, it tastes better.
So we just a little bit of olive oil, some more of that garlic and shallots.
Good. Now, how long do these cook each side?
Because grouse are such small birds, those breasts are going to cook in about 5 minutes.
Perfect.
So 2 to 3 minutes each side.
Look at that grouse.
It looks delicious.
Awesome.
I think we're ready to plate.
You know what I love about this meal, Jim?
What's that?
Is that it is so fast.
Yes.
This is like a total of 10 minutes. Now, this is gourmet campfire cooking, but really, it's quite simple.
It is. It takes a little effort, a little bit of thought, but absolutely worth every ounce of energy.
So there you have it, an easy recipe for those of you who want to warm up after a long day in the cold. Now, Jim, I know this is going to be wildly delicious. So good.
It's all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Our Minnesota-bound classic this week is looking back at a Happy New Year's party, winter style.
Minnesota Bound, brought to you by Northland Tracker Boating Centers, Star Bank, and by Totem Resorts.
Today's Minnesota Bound Classic is not necessarily our oldest story, but it is one of the most important, especially if you get the itch to open water fish right now.
Reunion is a powerful thing.
I shot my first turkey a mile that way.
A drive deep into Minnesota's southern bluff country reveals nothing but a remote road into nowhere.
The reunion has started.
I don't get to see you either.
John Mowry and Andy Roth celebrate New Year's Day together.
We just kind of made it a thing. No matter what the weather was, no matter what anything was, we were going to go.
Come every January 1st, John and Andy get outside on one of Minnesota's few trout streams open to winter fishing.
It wasn't necessarily to catch fish, it was just to be outside again.
But 2015 will be different. See, Minnesota just made big changes to state trout fishing regulations. Used to be just a few trout streams opened, but this year, every southeastern Minnesota trout stream opens to winter fishing.
We sit on more miles of trout streams than almost any other state.
Andy, John, and their buddy Ernie vowed to not miss this chance.
It was the opportunity, right? It's the first opportunity. It is the beginning of a new year, and you know, there's no better place to be.
It's amazing to see what's inside of you. And that's kind of what winter camping does. It really tests what's inside of you.
Tonight, Team Trout camps along their secret fishing spot, Ringer Creek, water that has not been open to winter fishing since World War II.
Having some hot Italian sausages and peppers. We're making some sausages. It's warm.
It's hot in here.
We can sit here and relax and have a good time.
Oh, this is awesome.
12 years. 12 years.
12 years.
The reunion.
12 years.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
It's New Year's. The sound of time wakes us. Below camp, gravity perpetually pulls at water.
All right, let's roll.
Fresh fallen snow, no footprints. When you know you're on the first spot and fishing the first spot of the year, then nobody else has been out there, it's a special feeling.
Just kind of our thing to walk rivers, and so much of it in the wintertime does turn into just exploring rivers.
I don't care if we don't catch a fish today. It's New Year's Day. Look where we are.
Oh, shoot. That was a missed opportunity there for sure. Well, they ate one of these flies, so that's good.
This trip becomes less about the fish and more about the moment, the now of New Year's.
I'm just happy to be out here. Catching fish is a bonus. I don't take it as seriously as a lot of other guys do.
Seriously? Like who? Andy?
Come on, let's go!
When you tell people you do it, they think you're crazy, but I love it.
And it's how we spend New Year's on new water.
It's really fun to know that we're the first people to fish this river in January in 60 years probably. A long time, a long time.
So many ways to get outdoors and enjoy our Minnesota winters. Well, it's that time. Ron and Raven will be back next week. Until then, don't forget to take the time to introduce a kid to the great outdoors.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. For more information on these stories and more, catch us on the web at mnbound.com.